Uh, hello, hello. How are we? No. Okay, here's the reason why I'm late. Here's the reason why I'm late. That is because how I describe like I had to restart my computer because I can't again. I'm having problems with the chat highlight thing, so I can't so unless it fixes itself, I'm not gonna be able to pull up chat, which I really hate. But how are we all doing today? Hello, Dat Boy. Again, I'm not again unless something changes, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm not gonna be able to like uh pull up chat messages because this thing sucks for. I need a better chat highlight thing. I just don't know where to get one. I just do not know where to get one. Jump scares one battle after another. Nope, nope. We are done. We are done with one battle after another. One battle after another is behind us. It will go down as one of the most mid Best Picture winners ever, in my book. Let me just try and make sure. I don't like that. Hello, Andy M. Funky. Hello, Easty. Hello, Bernie. Hello, Franklin Pierce. I will say, well, first, how is you all? How are you guys' Monday going? How's your Mondays all going? Mine was pretty good. Last night I got a few not new games, but I got a few games on Steam. I got Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Origins. Maybe one of these days I could try to play Batman Arkham City. I could. I would get on the drama before it becomes a contender probably next week. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna really get on to the drama right now. At least in terms of predicting it, I'm just I don't know. Why can't Gilberto says, why can't Hoppers be the threat to upset Best Animated Feature instead of boring Toy Story 5? I want Pixar to have a backup plan if Toy Story 5 doesn't work for critics and audiences. Well, here's the thing. It's I do think Hoppers is going to get nominated. I do think it's going to. But if you're asking me what I think the frontrunner is right now, do we really have any solid evidence? Not just theories, I mean actual evidence to show that Toy Story 5 is weak. Toy Story 5 is number 3 for the community? No way. Oh no. Oh, what are these people doing? Guys, it's I know everyone likes to play hindsight with Toy Story 4, and they're all oh, it sucks. But it's back then, people really liked Toy Story 4. And it ended up winning Best Animated Feature. I really don't know if we can really doubt. Toy Story 5 is one of those movies where I need to actually see reviews, not deliver in order for me to not predict this to win Best Animated Feature. You know? I genuinely do not see how this is not at bare minimum. I think right now you have to predict it for number 1 for Best Animated Feature. But, at number 3? That's insane. That's crazy. No. I'm seeing Project Hail Mary on Saturday on IMAX. I want to see Project Hail Mary. I'm probably not going to be able to right now. That depends on how things go in the next couple weeks or so. Matthew Anderson says, "Hey Academy, can you continue the streak of great animated movies winning Best Picture?" He. Oh no, like that's the thing. We haven't had great Best Picture winners since Oppenheimer. God, like the 2020s have kind of sucked for Best Picture winners. Like other than Coda and Oppenheimer, and even then Coda wasn't a top 10 film of the year for me. Like this decade has kind of sucked for Best Picture winners. Like compared to the 2010s, like the worst Best Picture winner in my opinion that decade was maybe Argo, and even then it was still good. Shaun the Sheep looks really good. I have not seen the trailer yet, but right now I think it's good to bet on, it's good to bet on Aardman. One Battle is one of the best movies ever made. I sorely disagree on that. I can think of probably hundreds of movies that I think are better than One Battle After Another. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I might try to set up a little goal tonight. I'm not going to be on for very long. I'm probably going to be on till like, I don't know, 12:30 a.m. or something like that. But I'm not going to be on here for very long. So... yeah. I'll just put like a tiny goal tonight. Because I do really like... Because I still want to try. I still want to try to grow the memberships. I still want to try to keep that up, and I want to try to keep things going. Because right now, this month, or at least the March statistics are looking really good. But yeah, I'm hyped for the Odyssey. I am too. The Odyssey is my #1 most anticipated film of the year. Also, I don't know if you guys just realized, I got a new chair. It's a lot more comfy than the old one. So I can actually just lean back and chill. So yeah. Yeah, but the Odyssey is my #1 most anticipated film of the year. I'm not doing early predictions right now. I still need to try to recap the previous year. I still need to do a tier list of of ranking every single movie nominated for Best Picture. No, every single movie nominated for an Oscar. Tier list. I need to try to do that, even though I'm gonna have to miss a couple films. I do wanna... What was it? I need to try to do... Oh yeah, I also need to do my annual ranking, my annual tier list of the... ranking every Best Picture nominee of the 2020s. Because, it's interesting, like, how every year the video is going to be different because there's just 10 new movies in there. So, yeah. I think Project Hail Mary could get 10 nominations. Maybe. It depends on how big of a contender it is. Actually, oh yeah, I have Project Hail Mary at 10 nominations too. I have not seen the film, so I can't quite say what its nomination ceiling is. So I don't know. And again, I'm not even really sure if Lord and Miller are going to get nominated because, sure, we did have, Ryan Coogler, but let's face it, that Sinners would have won Best Picture in other years. I don't know if Project Hail Mary is going to be that kind of film. I think there is a good chance that Lord and Miller could miss out on a nomination. If you have Michael winning makeup, I suggest you're either predicting it for a picture nomination or have Domingo winning supporting actor. No, not really. What do I have in there? Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I will put Digger at #1 for makeup and hairstyling, but at the same time, I have no idea what to expect from the makeup. Other than I know that, Kazuhiro is like the head of the makeup in this film, so that's a good sign. So maybe, I don't know. Project Hail Mary is going to be the Mickey 17 of this year. Don't see it as a 2027 award contender. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Mickey 17 does not have reviews as... Well, for one, the reviews for Mickey 17 were nowhere near as good as the reviews for Project Hail Mary are. Like, people, when it came to Mickey 17, people were like, oh yeah, it's good. People are loving Project Hail Mary. That's the difference. And also, Project Hail Mary is making a ton of money at the box office. Like, this is exactly why I started predicting Sinners for Best Picture, because the reviews were just too good, and it made a lot of money. So it's like, I feel like Project Hail Mary is kind of too big to fail now. I do think 10 is probably the ceiling, since it won't be competitive. It won't be competitive in the crafts, except for production design, more of a tech movie. Yeah, I don't know. So I know that some people are trying to predict Project Hail Mary to win Best Visual Effects over Dune. But, like, unless Dune is, like, reviled and people will despise that film, I can't at all see why Dune would lose this. Like, how? Like, even, like, I think... like Avatar 3 proved, which granted it is like the Avatar movies are much bigger visual effects achievements than the Dune movies, but still I feel like with Dune, it still just might be seen as the visual effects film, and as long as it's like still seen as prestige and it's respected enough, I feel like it's going to win Best Visual Effects. I do not see... And again, I haven't seen Project Hail Mary, but from the trailers, nothing about the visual effects in the movie seem like it would beat something like Dune. The Bride got bad reviews and bombed at the box office. Do you really think it's going to get a makeup nomination? But the makeup branch will always do this. I don't know why they didn't do it for Wicked. But, like, every branch denied Wicked, so it's kind of like, I don't know if that was just a makeup thing. Like, the makeup branch is the branch that will go for weird picks in makeup. Like, they nominated Coming to America, like the sequel to Coming to America. They nominated Coming to America. They nominated Golda. They nominated The Ugly Stepsister and Kokuo. Like, they will, like, they nominated Border. They nominated The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared. Like, they gave, like not, maybe not the makeup branch, but, like, the Academy gave... Suicide Squad the win for Best Makeup. The Academy gave The Wolfman, like, starring Benicio del Toro, the win for Best Visual Effects. Not Visual Effects, Best Makeup, Best Makeup. So it's like, if those movies can get nominated for makeup, then why can't The Bride? Genuinely, why can't The Bride get nominated for makeup? It's like, yeah, the reviews are bad, but the makeup branch is the branch that will nominate movies like that. They will, like, they genuinely do not care how bad your movie is, or how little no one Hell, they even shortlisted, what was that movie called? Oh yeah, they shortlisted The Alto Knights for Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and they shortlisted, like, what was it? Oh yeah, what was it? Like, that one Marlon Brando, like, biopic thing. Do you think Dune 3 gets more or less nominations than 2? That depends on how well it's received, to be honest. Because, like, here's the thing. I could see Dune Part 2 being that film that just kind of dips in terms of nominations because it's the second part of a trilogy, and we saw Lord of the Rings do that. Now, I'm not saying Lord of the Rings The Return of the King is gonna get, like, 11 Oscar nominations and win all of them. No. But I think as long as it's still, like, keeping that consistent, acclaim, then I do feel like it's not going to suffer as much as Dune Part 2 because it's not, it's not that middle, it's not that Part 2 kind of thing, Ugh. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know how many nominations Dune Part 3 gets. I do not know. I just don't, I just feel like I don't, even though, yeah, like, the second film did miss editing and they missed costume design. It's like, I don't know, like, the thing, I just don't know whether that was because it was, I don't know whether that was because they weren't impressed by it or it was just a second part of a trilogy thing. I don't know, but still. I'm also Werewolf movie. I know it going to do good at Oscars, but worth the shot. Excited for the Werewolf movie. I'm excited for it too. I mean, I especially loved Nosferatu, so yeah. Christian, what the hell is Somewhere We All Belong from the Crystal Planet? Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Look at this poster. It says, a new song by Diane Warren. I don't care what movie it is. If there's a movie with Diane Warren doing the song, you have to consider it for Best Original Song. You have to. Because it doesn't really matter, it doesn't really matter, what movie it is, how non-existent the film is. If there's a Diane Warren song, they'll go for it. So it's now I don't know what Diane Warren song it's going to end up being. I'm not even 100% sure it's going to be the Crystal Planet, but I'm going with the Crystal Planet for now because it's Diane Warren and it's best to go with what she's doing. Evening everyone. Hello Punza David. Project Hail Mary is a lock for next year's Oscars. I don't know if I should say lock, but I feel very good about it. I feel very good about it because again, it has great reviews, and it's doing great at the box office, and apparently it's capturing people's hearts, their emotions. I feel like I knew this from the moment I heard about this film, Project Hail Mary. I was like, wait a minute, oh. This is one you want, because if Lord and Miller, that's the thing I always point to, Lord and Miller, their movies are always amazing. And if they're doing a film like this, then yeah, if they're doing a film like this, then it's gonna be acclaimed, and I could see this being an Oscar contender. And then sure enough, people are now saying it's going to be. So I'm like, yeah. Folks want to know the Lord of the Rings 3 situation for Dune, but I think that's a thing from the old Academy past. This decade seems to be going for the smaller Best Picture picks. Nomadland, Anora, Everything Ever All at Once, Coda. I mean, yeah, do I think Dune Part 3 is going to be Return of the King? No, it's not going to be Return of the King. I don't think it's going to start winning Best Picture in every award it's nominated for. But I think it is going to do better than the last film because it is completing the trilogy, As long as it doesn't dip in reviews, as long as the reviews are still very good, then I think it still has a bunch of nominations it can get. I have no clue on who's winning Best Picture next year. I mean, none of us do, really. None of us do. I'm going with Wild Horse 9 because the weird thing is we actually got the trailer. That's the insane... We got a trailer last week, which is crazy. But I think I might go with Wild Horse 9 for the Best Picture win because... Yeah, I think I might go with Wild Horse 9. Because, it's Martin McDonagh. His films are very crowd-pleasing. And this one, again, it still feels it does feel like, this isn't what I was quite expecting. But it does seem to have relevant political undertones in it about, our involvement in the politics of other countries. And it's like, that's kind of relevant today, so it's kind of like, I do kind of wonder if this could be... I'm going to predict this for Best Picture right now. I don't know how correct I'll be, but however, like I still want to try to this seems like the most likely film I could see winning, because Project Hail Mary I think is just going to get nominated. The Odyssey, unless it's weird and people don't like it, like Tenet, then like I think it's going to get nominated. Dune Part 3, yeah. Narnia, yeah. Disclosure Day, yeah. Granted, that's like a lot of big blockbusters in a row. I'm not so sure how many of those are actually going to get nominated. But even the Disclosure Day is like not like an action film. It still looks like it's going to be like a sci-fi drama. So there's that. But so looking at all these, it's kind of like Wild Horse 9 just makes the most sense for me right now. I'm predicting All of a Sudden to win Best Picture. Man, I don't know. I just do not know about this. I did hear about this, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's like that. A lot of things would need to happen for this to win Best Picture. We'll have to see. Not sure how serious you're going to take it, but I'd put Digger in the field. Inarritu may have only gotten 3 of his films in for Best Picture, but he's always gotten all of them for Oscar nods. I have Digger at number 8, but the reason why I don't have it higher is because I don't know how strong this film's actually going to be. Like, I know everyone's saying, oh man, like everyone seems so confident right now that Tom Cruise is going to win an Oscar for Digger, and I'm like, I feel like we're all being a bit too... I feel like we're being a bit too optimistic about this, because I'm not sure. I will predict Digger for Best Picture right now, but am I completely confident? Not really, because I don't know how like, Inarritu, especially after Bardo, I don't know what to expect from him. At least with someone, like Lord and Miller, they are consistently really strong filmmakers. And also, granted, it's already out and we already know that people love it, so there's that. Christopher Nolan. Alright, The Odyssey isn't that weird of a concept, unless he manages to make it weird. I think it's fair to predict that for Best Picture. Denis Villeneuve, he's been on a streak recently with these Dune movies, and even Blade Runner 2049 was maybe in the conversation for Best Picture. So I think it's fair to predict this one for Best Picture. Narnia? I mean, this is my logic with Narnia, okay? This is my logic with Narnia. Like, how do I describe it? Narnia, like, when it comes to Greta Gerwig, I feel like a movie based on Barbie dolls, on paper, keep in mind, like, when I say this, I mean on paper. If we're reading these two films on paper, a movie based on Barbie dolls feels like the more unlikely film to get nominated for Best Picture than an adaptation of classic fantasy literature. So I feel like if Greta Gerwig can make a Barbie movie good enough to where it gets nominated for Best Picture, then surely, like, Narnia has to be able to do it. Like, she should be able to make Narnia happen in her sleep. That many blockbusters might make next year's Best Picture lineup the weakest of the decade, to be honest. Well, why? Why so? Is that implying that blockbusters are inherently lesser films than indie films? Because I don't know, I feel like it's a very limiting way to use movies. I don't really look at movies like, in terms of their budget. I look at movies just based on the quality of the films themselves. If the lineup happens to be mostly blockbusters, all right, whatever. As long as they're all great. And then there's like, indies. Like, all right, if they happen to be indies, well, are they all great? Like, that's what matters to me. I think The Social Reckoning is going to be nothing. That's the thing. I'm still going to predict The Social Reckoning for Best Picture, but it is a tricky situation because I've never seen a sequel quite like this before. I have not seen a sequel quite like this before. But again, you look at Aaron Sorkin's like 3 films nominated, like 3 films that he directed: Molly's Game, Trial of the Chicago 7, and Being the Ricardos. They all got nominated for PGA. Like, that means they were at least close to Best Picture. So, I want to be, I want to be careful. I feel like right now, I don't see a lot of evidence right now to suggest that Social Reckoning is not happening. Is it David Fincher directing? No. Is it kind of weird that Jesse Eisenberg isn't coming back? Yeah, it's kind of weird. But it's still an Aaron Sorkin script, and his films play pretty well, so I don't know. The Social Reckoning is also my concerned category. I'm willing to predict it for now. I am willing to predict it. Wild Horse 9 could be the 4th career narrative win in a row since Martin McDonagh has 3 Billboards and Banshees of Inisherin. Don't forget, he also has In Bruges, and I think he won an Oscar for like a short film or whatever. But he's been around for a while. So it's like, that also makes sense for Wild Horse 9, the career narrative thing for Martin McDonagh. Because, both Banshees and 3 Billboards were arguably top 2 for Best Picture. So, Daredevil Born Again Season 2 tomorrow. I have not seen Daredevil or Daredevil Born Again. I have not seen those. Because at this point, it's probably too late for me to jump on board, because I'm not a binger. I'm having trouble, catching up with shows that I need to catch up with right now. I need to catch up on The Boys before the new season pops up. I need to catch up with, I need to catch up with The Last of Us. I need to catch up with Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I need to catch up, I need to watch The Dinosaurs on Netflix. I need to continue watching Percy Jackson. There's a lot of shows I have just completely missed. I need to catch up with The Mandalorian and Andor. That's another one I need to catch up on. I need to catch up with Andor. I still not seen season 2, even though everyone tells me that that's one of the best pieces of Star Wars ever. Oh, man. I mean, we had the blockbuster F1 taking up a spot this year in Best Picture. Obviously, big budget doesn't make a film inferior than artsy indie, but we literally could have had no other choice, just an accident, etc. I mean, sure, but again, that's not. I don't think that's really because F1's a blockbuster. I think that's just because F1's just not as good of a movie as No Other Choice, or it's just an accident. So it's if it was just some random indie, I don't think it would have really made a difference. And yeah, would I have preferred Accident or No Other Choice to get in? Yeah. But it does look kind of weird, because I don't know what was number 11. Obviously, No Other Choice was not number 11. It was not even in the top 50. I don't know where that film was, considering it got 0 nominations. Do you think No Other Choice is in the top 15 for Best Picture? If it couldn't even get nominated for International Feature, I'd say no. I'd say they didn't even watch that movie. But at the same time, if it was just an accident was number 11 for Best Picture, then yeah, I am upset that F1 took its place. But let's say if Blue Moon was number 11, then okay, maybe I don't mind F1 taking that slot as much, because I did not like, Blue Moon. But even then, there is a blockbuster that I would have nominated for Best Picture that year, even though granted Sinners is also a blockbuster, but I would have nominated Superman for Best Picture. What if Weapons was number 11? See, that's the thing. Now with Amy Madigan having one Best Supporting Actress, I don't know. Maybe. But it's also if that was number 11, why did... I don't think... I still do think Blue Moon was above Weapons, because Blue Moon still got original screenplay over Weapons. That, and that just shouldn't have happened. I didn't, so yeah, I do think that, I think that would have, I do think, I do think Blue Moon was above Weapons. Yeah, AJ says, yo, Christian, how's your week been? Watch anything good? I have not. I've just been recovering from the Oscars, and I've also been like trying to get through work and whatnot. Like, I really need to start. I need to do a video. Oh my god, I need to put out a video for you guys. Fuck. I need to do that. So yeah, there's a lot that I've just been kind of like just trying to just kind of like get myself over and stuff like that. But yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters was probably top 15. K-pop had a better chance than no other choice. I don't know if K-pop Demon Hunters was really top 15 because like it still wasn't making a lot of shortlists, you know? Even The Wild Robot got more nominations than K-pop Demon Hunters, and that didn't even win Best Animated Feature. Like I don't know if K-pop Demon Hunters would have beaten Flow or Wild Robot. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm not exactly sure. But right now I do not think animated films, they don't really take those seriously anymore. So I don't think it was even in the top 20, to be honest. Weapons also needed an original screenplay nom. I don't think it was in the top 15. I think it's fair to assume top 15. I think Weapons is fair to assume in a top 15. It's just, I don't think it was number 11 considering Blue Moon got screenplay above it. So I think I think Blue Moon was closer to 11 than Weapons was. Are you more confident on your Wild Horse 9 number 1 prediction after the trailer and the first look images come out? I will say it does at least give me a sense of what the movie is like. And I will say I am kind of interested to see like where this is going. It does have some very modern political themes to it. Again, the whole theme of like America, interfering in other countries' politics, that's relevant right now with what's going on with the Iran war. So like, yeah, I feel like it gave me a better, like the trailers gave me a sense of what this movie was about and what kind of themes it does have, and I do think it did clear some things up for me. Was Seurat close? I don't know. I really don't know if it was close to Best Picture or not. Hello, ZJ13 Goat. And again, for anyone not in the know, it's like, I don't have my chat thing open because it is just straight up not working. It is not working. I'm taking a huge gamble and writing with my guy Denis Villeneuve this year. I've gotten the last 2 Best Pictures right from early on in the year, from last 2 years, so I'm taking the chance this year. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I feel like this is a trap that we all stumble into in like, all right, we've done a pretty good job predicting, the Oscars so far. Now I can use this as an opportunity to root for someone that I want to win. It's like, I just don't think Dune's gonna win Best Picture. I just do not think that's gonna happen. Again, we don't want to get into we don't really want to get into the trap of, of this becoming like a Stan war or something like that. So I don't know. What Oscar contenders do you think go to Cannes? I'm not sure. I do think Look Back could be going to Cannes. Actually, I'm not exactly. I'm not really good at predicting what is going to Cannes to begin with. But I will say, like, I'm still gonna take the Palme d'Or winners seriously because, like, sure, Axton didn't get into picture, but it was close. It got real damn close to Best Picture. And the only reason why it didn't is because Neon got way too greedy with their films. So, don't hope, Dick, based on your previous Oscar predicting. Yeah, Yeah, that's the thing. Like, always remain skeptical. Always remain skeptical. Oh. Are there any film festivals you want to visit in the future? Well, I'd like to visit all of them, or at least as many of the big ones. I kind of went with my heart last year, predicting one battle of another. I was my most anticipated since Leo's my favorite actor, and PTA is one of my favorite directors, who I've been waiting to be recognized. I mean, yeah, but let's all but one battle of another was also, in the grand scheme of things, not the craziest film to win Best Picture. Whereas Dune, I mean, this is something where you can't even really compare this to Lord of the Rings. Because at least the previous two, all three Lord of the Rings movies got nominated for SAG Ensemble. And I think all of them got DGA. And not even the second film got DGA for Dune. And also none of them got nominated for SAG Ensemble. So there was across the board love for Lord of the Rings. It's just not like that for Dune. The Dune movies do not have the same power as Lord of the Rings. Again, I do think it will get nominated. I don't think it's going to be that bad. But I just can't see it winning. Hey, someone has to take chances. It isn't impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but again, I feel like for me, the main thing is, like, for me, when predicting, it's better to try to be right than try to take too many swings. If you take too many swings, I'm not gonna name names, but then you end up like someone else, and it's like, There's a part of me that feels like Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu might just end up winning directing Oscar 3. The only reason why I can't really assume that is because, again, it's like Bardo. I'm just not really sure where Iñárritu is with Digger. I don't know where he is with that film. I need you to do a review on the live-action Look Back movie. I want it to be a player really badly. I mean, maybe, but then again, I don't know when it's coming out in the U.S. I mean, even if it goes to Cannes, I can't go to Cannes, so, Are you predicting McDonough to win director? Yes, I am predicting him to win director because we haven't really seen a whole lot of Best Picture director splits recently. We haven't seen a lot of those. And the last 3 years, they have been seeming to go into a trend of like the career narratives, and McDonough does seem to have a career narrative there. So, yeah, I think he'll win director. I mean, look, I would love it to be Christopher Nolan again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care how many Oscars he already has. Like, he should have more. Give Christopher Nolan as many Oscars as humanly possible. But I don't think they're gonna give it to him again. Actually, what's everyone else predicting? Okay, yeah, everyone's predicting him to win. But then again, that might also be like the default. Like, everyone's kind of defaulting to Christopher Nolan. I don't know. I don't think many people think he's actually going to win. But yeah, I don't know. Bardo was low-key kind of fired, but understood why it went under the radar. Oh, I disagree that it was fire. I thought it was like pretty. I thought it was like not that good. Part of me thinks a smaller indie film wins Best Picture. Well, I mean, Wild Horse 9 is still pretty. It's not. I don't know if it's indie, but like, I mean, it's still rather small as a film. Fuck it, why not? Mother Mary nominated. Wait, Mother Mary. Oh, for a second there, I thought you were saying Project Hail Mary. It's like, I mean, everyone's doing that now, yeah. But Mother Mary, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can quite predict that, especially since the director has not really made audience-friendly movies. So I don't know if I really want to do that one, but I was meh on Bardo, but the cinematography nomination was inspired. Yeah, I probably wouldn't end up nominating Bardo for cinematography, but I'm also not upset over the nomination. It did have some very good cinematography. I mean, I preferred its nomination for cinematography over Tar. Like, I know that's gonna get me a lot of hate, but I really could not care less about the cinematography in Tar. It was not that amazing. There is no reason why Tar should have gotten a cinematography nomination over the likes of Top Gun Maverick, The Batman, or Nope, or something like what? It's just absolutely bizarre to me how Top Gun Maverick and The Batman, the two movies that had the best cinematography of the year that year, and neither of them got nominated for best cinematography. Like, what? That's insane. This decade has been interesting. The best picture winners have come from rising stars, Zhao, Heater, and the Daniels, or acclaimed legends like Christopher Nolan, Baker, and PTA. I mean, yeah. Excuse me. Watch The Social Reckoning end up winning Best Picture just because it's a Social Network sequel and they feel bad about the King's Speech. But they know that they're not giving any Oscars to David Fincher, so I don't think they would. I don't think that narrative would work really. Because Aaron Sorkin did win an Oscar for The Social Network, but But what was I about to say? But David Fincher did not win an Oscar that year. Denis Villeneuve for director and Dune for picture, Lord of the Rings style. I just don't think Dune is comparable to Lord of the Rings. I do think Dune Part 3 will be nominated for Best Picture. I think it's going to do better than the last film because it is completing a trilogy. But however, neither of the Dune movies have performed anywhere near as well as the Lord of the Rings films. Like, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring got 14, I think it was like 14 nominations. Dune Part 1 had 10? And one of them was not for director. Like, that's the problem. Lord of the Ring, Fellowship of the Ring got a director nomination. And even a supporting actor nomination. Dune did not get any acting nominations or director. All three Lord of the Rings movies got nominated for SAG Ensemble. The two Dune movies did not. So it's like, I just don't think you can compare Lord of the Rings or Dune to Lord of the Rings in that way. I think it's fair to say, if you, again, I compare them slightly in the sense that, I feel like because Dune Part 3 is completing the trilogy, it's not going to do as badly in terms of nominations as Dune Part 2, considering Dune Part 2 was literally just kind of the sandwich middle of the trilogy. But I don't think that's basically about as far as my comparisons between the two are going to go, because I just don't think it's going to be Return of the King. Glad I don't post much about early predictions, because I would have a shit ton of egg on my face for saying one Battle After Another wouldn't be a big player based on the trailer. To be fair, a lot of people were kind of thinking that it wouldn't be a big player, because what we were all kind of thinking, wait, is this Inherent Vice? What is this movie, One Battle After Another? What is it? I was one of the earliest people saying that. Oh, wow. Ooh. My current Best Picture predictions: Dune Part 3, Wild Horse 9, The Odyssey, Fjord, Digger, Project Hail Mary, Saturn Return. I'm glad you have Saturn Return on there because I have thoughts. Disclosure Day, Cry to Heaven, The Social Reckoning, Narnia. Wait, Narnia's not in the top 10. Ooh. I don't know that much about Fjord, so I can't say for sure. But like Saturn Return, I mean, it's Clint Bentley and Greg Quidar. I'm not saying this is going to win Best Picture. I'm not. I am saying, though, the fact that Sing Sing was close to Best Picture and then Train Dreams got nominated for Best Picture the next year, I have a feeling those two are going to have like their Sean Baker moment where it's like, oh yeah, no, they're actual, like they are going to win Best Picture one of these days. I don't know what film it's going to be, but I feel like those two, some film is going to do that. Also, thank you, ZJ13 Goat, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Give ZJ13 Goat, if you're a member, give ZJ13 Goat some blue Hannahcast heart emojis. Send them their way. Thank you, thanks ZJ13 Goat. Thanks ZJ13 Goat. We love it. Oops. Now we're only one super chat away from the goal, and we're still trying to see if we can hit five new memberships tonight. 5 new memberships. Insanely hyped for the Odyssey. Only problem is none of my local theaters have a premium screen, so I might have to travel to get the peak viewing experience. Ah, man. Oh, I can't wait for the Odyssey. I'm going to see that I have to see that in theaters. I am pumped for the Odyssey. I'm pumped for the Odyssey. I think that's going to be great. But yeah, the Odyssey, I'd probably say, sorry, I was watching a video, but like, the Odyssey is probably my most anticipated film of the year. Like, Christopher Nolan, like, especially after Oppenheimer, it's like, anything he does is going to be my most anticipated film of the year. I have to be excited for Oppenheimer. Do you have the chaperones on your radar, hoping for a Danielle Deadweiler return? I've heard no one mention this film, so I don't know. Like, I do not have it on my radar. Never mind. That was already asked. Huh? My current director predictions: Denis Villeneuve, Martin McDonagh, Christopher Nolan, Alejandro Inarritu, Christian Munyu. Again, I just don't know if I can do Denis Villeneuve. I just don't think it's going to be that strong of a Best Picture film. I need Nolan and Coogler to do a double feature event when their next films line up like this, like Barbenheimer. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but like, I mean, hey, hey, you know what? Ooh. My current top 10 is The Odyssey, Digger, Wild Horse 9, Project Hail Mary, Cry to Heaven, Dune 3, 1949, Narnia, The Social Reckoning, Fjord. Do you think Moana gets shortlisted for visual effects? I don't know. I really do not know. Because on one, when looking at the trailer, it would make sense for it to get nominated, or at least be on the shortlist. But at the same time, it's weird. They haven't really touched, the Disney films, really. Even Fantastic Four didn't get shortlisted for visual effects, which is weird. I do think, right now, I will predict Avengers and Spider-Man to get in. I will predict them. But, however, do I know for a fact if both will get in? I don't know. But I don't really see any reason to doubt them right now. I mean, Spider-Man Brand New Day seems to have really good effects, and Avengers Doomsday, granted, we've not seen a lot of effects from that film, but it's going to be an Avengers film. You have to take that seriously. I was going to predict The Mandalorian and Grogu, but the more I keep looking at the trailers, the more I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm getting that kind of unpolished vibe from this. I don't know if it's really an effects thing, or if it's just an overall, not good-looking filmmaking thing, but Also, did you see that they adapted Schaeferless Productions into live action? Yeah, that's one thing I will say. I'm excited about Moana. I'm excited to see Schaeferless's live action film debut. My current top 10 in no order. My current Best Picture 10 in no order. Project Hail Mary, The Odyssey, Fjord, Saturn Return, 1949, Whale Fall, Death of a Salesman, Tony, Bunker, and The Uprising. Oh, wow. No Wild Horse 9, no Narnia? Thoughts on Sandra Hüller winning an Oscar, since she's in 6 projected Best Picture or 6 projected Oscar contenders? Maybe. I mean, right now, I know it's going to sound weird. I think the most likely one right now to go for is Project Hail Mary, because we know that this film is as acclaimed as it is, and we know that it's doing well at the box office. So out of all of her potential Best Picture contenders, Project Hail Mary is by far the biggest one, and it's not... I feel like we do see coattail nominations happen a lot with Best Picture. I remember people were calling me crazy for thinking that not only Wunmi Masaku could get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but that she was win competitive. People thought I was crazy for saying that. And then look what happened. She ended up winning the BAFTA and was probably number 2 for the Oscar. So... just remember those coattail nominations. They can... if the film is big enough, those coattail nominations can come a-swinging. Easty says, for the Best Picture predictions, all of a sudden... Digger... The Big Break, The Odyssey, Michael, Project Hail Mary, Wild Horse 9, The Drama, Saturn Return, Dune Part 3. I don't know if I can really... do the drama right now, because the drama, I really feel like the drama is just not going to be that kind of film. I feel like it's probably going to be Challengers, a Gen Z horny movie or something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But then again, people were only saying that because they didn't want Sinners getting an acting win, because they meant they could have been a threat for Best Picture. I mean, yeah, that is also true. My current Best Actor predictions. I think he meant to say actress, because I'm seeing a lot of women names. Renate Reinsva for Fjord. Rachel Brosnahan for Saturn Return. Oh, Rachel Brosnahan's in there. Ooh. Mikey Madison for The Social Reckoning, Sandra Hüller for 1949, and Ruth Madeley for Being Human. Alrighty. Again, I'm not completely sure. We'll have to see, but... Jeremy Strong's performance is the only thing I have any anticipation for in The Social Reckoning. My thing is, I don't know what to expect from him. I mean, granted, it's going to be Jeremy Strong, and he's probably going to be playing somewhat of a cold, like sort of like a similar version of what he usually does. But it's just going to feel so different from the internal, what's the best word I can describe it? It's like, he's going to feel so different. He's going to his Mark Zuckerberg is going to feel so different from Jesse Eisenberg's, because Jesse Eisenberg, he felt cold, but he also felt like he felt like a nerd who got bullied in high school, except now he's become like a super villain. But Jeremy Strong, I feel like he's already going to be a supervillain. Mendel looks like another episode of the show, in my opinion. Pretty good visually for streaming, but nothing crazy. That's the problem. It looks good for a Disney Plus show, but for a Star Wars movie... what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. For a TV show, Mandalorian and Grogu looks pretty good, but, in terms of being an actual movie, I mean, even Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker looked better than this. Even Solo, A Star Wars Story, looked more cinematic than The Mandalorian and Grogu. The Mandalorian and Grogu just does not look cinematic at all. He's playing 2018, testifying in front of Congress, Zuckerberg. I think he fits that version well. I don't know. I still think I'd see Jesse Eisenberg in that. I don't know. I have negative hype for Mandalorian and Grogu, to be honest. I love the first 2 seasons, fell off hard since. I like season 3. I don't think season 3 was really that bad. What I will say, though, is that I feel like Mandalorian season 3... I don't feel it was that bad, to be honest. I don't think it was that bad. But what I will say about the film, about season 3, was it did feel weak. And it felt like, it's kind of like, I don't know what the point of it was, really. I don't know what the point of that season was, because we were just not because we said goodbye in season 2. But then in the Book of Boba Fett, it's we're not gonna do that anymore. We're gonna continue the story. It's wait, what? And then we get season 3. It just felt very weird to me. Even though Sean Levy is directing, the Starfighter movie sounds massively more interesting. I am really excited for the Starfighter Star Wars movie. Well, for one, it sounds very different from any other Star Wars film. We're not following any Skywalker shit. Like, no more Skywalkers, no more Clone Wars stuff. That's like no. It's just a different story. I like taking a look at a different story. Christian Hannahcast. Hello, Ben Langford. Hello. How are you doing? I don't know. I think Lucasfilm needs to fully focus their output besides Star Wars. The problem is they don't really have a whole lot else other than just Star Wars. Because, like, I mean, they tried to do Indiana Jones and that didn't work. So it's like, I get why they're leaning into Star Wars, but it's like, it's just weird that The Mandalorian and Grogu is the first Star Wars movie we've gotten since 2019, which was like, what? That's going to be like nearly 7 years ago at this point. Like, come on. Like, we should have had a Star Wars movie. Like, that's one of my biggest criticisms of Kathleen Kennedy as the head of Lucasfilm. It's like, she really just did not want to put out any other Star Wars movies after The Rise of Skywalker. It's like, yeah, no, Star Wars is only on TV. We've gotten more Star Wars TV shows than we have movies. That's not good. Star Wars is inherently a film franchise. I'm optimistic for the Mando movie, even if it ends up being just a fun popcorn movie. I'm way more excited for Starfighter. I'm worried it might not be fun. That's the problem. I'm even if it is just supposed to be like dumb fun, or just a regular fun popcorn movie, I do worry that it's not even going to be fun. You know, that's the problem. I'm already imagining the headlines about Mando and Grogu not doing well at the box office. Yeah, not gonna lie, I can imagine that, maybe. I feel like Disney just refuses to let these companies do their own thing. They just let Touchstone be their own thing, and then Touchstone hasn't done jack shit in a long time. So yeah, I feel like with Disney, there's just so much micromanaging happening now. Now that Disney has a new CEO, I hope he just lets the studios cook and just go, all right, look, we're just gonna let you do your thing. It's weird. Even Bob Iger felt like he did that for the longest time. But it was just like when he came back after Bob Chapek was let go, it's like he became something so different from what we knew of Bob Iger. It's like so strange. I'm curious if Project Hail Mary has solid legs. I think it will. I think Project Hail Mary will have solid legs. It has the reviews. It has the box office. I'm willing to believe it's going to be big. Or at least it's going to sustain its hype. My current best actor predictions: John Malkovich for Wild Horse 9, Tom Cruise for Digger, Matt Damon for The Odyssey, Sebastian Stan for Fjord, Ryan Gosling for Project Hail Mary, honorable mentions, Jafar Jackson and Timothée Chalamet. I genuinely do not know who's going to be the lead of Wild Horse 9, if it's going to be John Malkovich or if it's going to be Sam Rockwell. I do not know who's going to be the lead. I just genuinely have no idea, you know? Like, not everything needs to be tied into the Disney brand. You can let the properties you make that make you money not be directly associated to you publicly. I feel like Disney does need to be willing to take some chances. Now, granted, they have started to do that. I mean, look at Deadpool and Wolverine. It was the first R-rated Marvel Studios film. I mean, really think about that. Marvel Studios actually went rated R with that. Like, that was crazy. Like, they actually did that. Like, that was pretty impressive. I feel like they need to do a little bit more. Like, for example, I think there is, an opportunity, like, for some of their Disney remakes, like, hey, take a look at, Hunchback of Notre Dame. You want to go really hard PG-13 or even an R with that as a reimagining? Try that out. Like, I've had ideas of what I would do with a Hunchback of Notre Dame remake, because I feel like if done right, that could actually be like a film that people would consider a masterpiece. Like, whoa, that was good, man. Wow. You know what I mean? I think it's Sam Rockwell, but this could be a co-lead situation. Maybe, but there is also the idea of, John Malkovich has not really had his Oscar moment. So if they put him in lead, I don't know. We'll have to see. I have a feeling Sam Rockwell will go supporting and win, and we'll get Discourse part 670 about leads winning supporting. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe the whole cast goes supporting. I hate it when movies do that. It's like, come on. Like, there is always a lead somewhere. Project Hail Mary won't, but it would be a fascinating Best Picture winner. It would be a very unique Best Picture winner, yeah. Right now, I'm kind of expecting Project Hail Mary to be like The Martian. My only dedicated hope diction is Wonmi Masaku is supporting actress. I care for nothing else. Oh, I'm not. I don't really want to go. I just try my best not to do hope dictions. I really just try not to do that. Because here's the thing. Here's one of the reasons why I don't do hope dictions. I'd rather be wrong I'd rather be wrong about something not happening and be pleasantly surprised than be wrong about it happening and then I'm sad that it didn't happen. Like, I'd rather underestimate than overestimate. I'm digging the Chile 70s backdrop for Wild Horse 9. What do you think about the setting, and how do you think it could be relevant to today's political climate? That's a good question, and partly that's one of the reasons why I am predicting Wild Horse 9 to win Best Picture. At least as of right now. I don't know if it's actually going to win Best Picture, but out of the films I'm considering, it's like, it does make sense, you know? Like, in terms of the political relevancy, it's like, well, these two spies are kind of like there to kind of interfere with the politics with the political landscape of Chile, and that's kind of what we're trying to do now with Iran, and how everyone is so against that. It's like, we should not be, directly involved with we should not be trying to shape the politics of another country. And I feel like this could very much speak to our times, and I feel like that's going to help the film. What's going on right now, I think is going to help that film. Not just Iran, but also Venezuela. Oh that also is true. Yeah. A wholesome, crowd-pleasing, universal sci-fi dramedy definitely feels like it could win, but it won't. It all depends on like where the season goes and whatnot. I don't know if it's going to happen. Again, we'll just have to see, you know. Yeah, I feel like the political climate argument is going to be like the best picture winners of the 70s and 80s during the Vietnam War. Yeah. Again, it just does make sense for something like this. It does make sense. Will you be able to see Project Hail Marys in theaters eventually? Eventually, probably. I mean, it would have to be one of those things where it's like, I need to get the money to, you know, not only see the film, but I also need to try to get like an Uber there and Uber back. I mean, because like I feel like that would just be the most convenient way. I mean, I could technically take a bus, but that requires so much planning, and it's like, So yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not saying anyone has to, but if you want to contribute something like that, like you could always put it in the Ko-Fi below, because I immediately get that. But then again, also, like I have work tomorrow, so it would probably take me a while to see the movie anyway. And plus, like, I guess right now it would already be like too late for me to review it, because, you know, it's already out in theaters for a while, and I think people are already kind of moving on from watching reviews of that. Chances of death of a salesman director Chinonye Chukwu being a contender whenever that movie comes out. Would love to finally see a black woman in contention. I have no idea what Death of a Salesman is. Death of a Salesman. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, they're doing a movie. Wait. Here's the problem, though. Okay, wait. Okay, so this news came out in February of this year. Corey Hawkins and Kelvin Harrison Jr. are in talks to join the cast of the Focus Features and Amblin Entertainment feature adaptation of Death of a Salesman. Wait a minute. Jeffrey Wright and Octavia Spencer. Wait. Oh, wait. Chinoy Chukwu will direct and co-adapt the Pulitzer Prize winner Tony Kushner Arthur Miller's play. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Is Steven Spielberg executive producing, or is he producing? Because if Spielberg is producing, not gonna lie, that would make me think that could actually be a big contender. But I think the big thing is, like, I don't know if it's going to be like that because, or like, no, I don't know if it's going to come out this year. I think that's the other problem. I don't think it's going to come out this year. Okay, so it looks like, even though Amblin Entertainment is behind this, Steven Spielberg is not credited as a producer. So I think if Spielberg's name is not there, I think it's going to end up like, you know, how Cats was technically had, you know, Amblin's involvement. I'm not saying it's a good, you know, example, but you know what I mean. That might be a next year thing. Yeah. I don't know. And also the fact that it's based on a play. I don't know if Chinonye Chukwu is going to get a nomination for Best Director for this, because it's like, when was the last time we've seen like a movie based on a play be nominated for director? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. So I don't know. My best picture winning prediction is it will be a film Christian hates. No! Well, again, to be fair, I don't hate Anora, and I don't hate one battle after another, so, supporting actor Sam Rockwell, Wild Horse 9, Steve Buscemi, Wild Horse 9, Coleman, Domingo Michael, Paul Giamatti, Eisenberg musical. Number 5, John Goodman for Digger, and honorable mention, Jesse Plemons for Digger. Again, that's the other thing. I don't know who I can predict for like supporting nominations for Digger, because I know nothing about this movie other than like Tom Cruise is the lead, and I guess like Kazuhiro's doing the makeup. So I don't know. Super random, but remember how Spielberg became an EGOT winner off of a Mickey Mouse credit on a Tony winning play? I mean, look, he won the Tony. And you know what? If anyone's gonna be if for anyone to become like, you know, an EGOT winner, I mean, Spielberg, he had to become a Tony winner. He had to be an EGOT winner at some point. So I can see Plemons being pushed, given how close he was for Begonia. But again, it also depends on how big his role is. Like, his role was not really that big in Killers of the Flower Moon, so he didn't get nominated for that. Even though a lot of people thought he could maybe be nominated for that. So yeah, I don't know. Scorsese needs to put his names on some plays because he's a Tony away. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Like we need to get Scorsese to become an EGOT winner. Yeah, if Goodman is amazing in Digger, he better win. I mean, look, yeah, like he could also have an overdue narrative. I still think he should have been nominated for 10 Cloverfield Lane. You know, I think he should have been nominated for 10 Cloverfield Lane. So, because I thought he was fantastic. Sorry if someone has asked you this already, but what did you think of the Dune trailer? I thought the Dune trailer was fantastic. I'm very excited for Dune Part 3. Again, I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, but obviously that's not going to factor into what I think of it. Even though I knew Dune Part 2 was never going to win Best Picture, it was still my favorite film of 2024. So I'm very excited for Dune Part 3. The only reason why it's not number 1 right now, in terms of my most anticipated, is that Christopher Nolan has a film out this year, so, Ooh, let's see. Oh, my head, it's gone. Oh, my head's gone. Oh, I don't know. For the 28 Oscars, will it happen? Wait, for the 28 Oscars, will It Happens One Night be Shutter Island 2.0? It Happens One Night be Shutter Island 2.0. Oh, I don't know. I just don't want to doubt a Scorsese film, really. I just don't want to doubt a Scorsese film. So I'm just going to say no. I think it's still safe to predict that for Best Picture. If Dune 3 is one battle after another acclaimed, I'll be shocked. I mean, yeah. If it's like that, I'll be like, whoa. So yeah. Yo, thank you, Annie Rude, for the sticker. I guess we would count that as a super chat. But still, thank you, Annie Rude, for the donation or super chat or whatever it is. Thanks, Annie Rude. Thanks, Annie Rude. Everyone, give Annie Rude some blue Hannahcast heart emojis if you're a member. And remember, guys, we still have, if you're able to, we still have the membership goal. We just need 5 gifted memberships to complete the goal. So, yeah. I'll be going to sleep now. See you guys next time, okay? Night, Gibraltar. Good night. Bye. Bye, Gibraltar. If you had to whittle the Blockbuster pool down right now to its 2 slots, who would you bet on? Well, I guess my biggest bets would be Project Hail Mary and The Odyssey. I mean, we are, at this point, Project Hail Mary is I'd probably say is 90% surely going to be in Best Picture. The Odyssey, I think it's still worth, considering that even above, Narnia and Dune, because it's Christopher Nolan, and, as long as it's not weird like Tenet, excuse me, I think it'll be fine. It just depends. Have you seen the Hollywood Reporter article about what titles they're anticipating for Cannes this year? I have not. I have not seen that. CJ13 Goat says, a small part of me is a little disappointed in how predictable the last 2 Oscars were. I don't know. There were still some big surprises, to be honest. So, I don't know. Oscar-winning Sean Heder has a new movie called Being Human. Are you optimistic about it? I'm optimistic. Do I think it's going to be an Oscar thing? I don't know. A big Best Picture thing? I don't know. Because, Coda is not a normal, Oscar thing to happen. Especially given, it being a Best Picture winner. It's I'm always skeptical of the sophomore filmmaker's film. You know what I mean? I'm always skeptical of the sophomore filmmaker's film. I just always try to be a little bit skeptical. So I'm not exactly sure. I know it's early, but Madley is top 5. That role screams Oscar. I'm not sure who Madley is. Sinners definitely was going to upset in picture. I just wish the voting period had been longer for it to happen. How long has it been since the number 2 also had screenplay and an acting win? Breaks my heart. I just don't know, at this point, I just don't know if, One Battle After Another was really going to be stopped in Best Picture. I mean, because I was wondering if it, if it could win, after its big day at SAG, but it's I don't know. I think the sad thing to admit that is that One Battle After Another was just always going to win Best Picture. And maybe it appealed to the more international voting body. I'm just not sure. because it was a lot more general in its themes, whereas, you know, whereas Sinners was very much like an American kind of thing, but again, I don't know. With PGA and DGA, it was going to be hard to deny one battle after another. Yeah. Coda kind of happened in part because people felt obligated to give Power of the Dog picture wins, even though they didn't care about the film. I think the ultimate thing is that, you know, Power of the Dog suffered on the preferential ballot. Like, a lot of people respected the film, but they didn't really love the film. They didn't really love it that way. So it's like, whereas, you know, Coda, it's a lot easier to digest. And I think even with, you know, something like, you know, One Battle After Another, it just wasn't isolating for most people. It was just still very much, like, happening. Ruth Madley is starring in Being Human. It's a biopic on the mother of the disability rights movement. The director is Sean Hayter. Okay, that's interesting. I'm very curious to see if this is going to turn out well. But again, I'm always going to be wary of the sophomore filmmakers film. I'm always going to be wary of the sophomore filmmakers. So, yeah. I will say, we have probably about 30 minutes left to go. Probably 30 minutes left to go because, you know, it's like, actually, let me see how many people are still here. Alright, 15 people are still watching. Alrighty, yeah. I'll probably go on for like 30 minutes, for about another 30 minutes until I have to leave. Any thoughts on Cry to Heaven's chances? The only contender hopeful I'm lost on. I don't know. Like, I keep forgetting what this film is even about. What was it called? Cry in Heaven. No, Cry to Heaven. Tom Ford. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me see what this film is even about. It's set in 18th century Venice. The paths of two unlikely collaborators, a Venetian noble and a castrated singer from Calabria, both try to succeed in the world of opera. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how this film is going to turn out. I mean, it does have a pretty stacked cast. I mean, my God. But Tom Ford, didn't he, like, only do, like, Nocturnal Animals? And that only got, like, one Oscar nomination? Yeah, I don't know. A Single Man... Wait, he did do A Single Man, which probably was, like, I don't know if that was actually close to Best Picture or not. But also, he does not make a lot of movies, so... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, okay, so... You can actually... Apparently they actually have a section for awards. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what to do with this. With Cry to Heaven. Maybe I'll put Cry to Heaven higher. Maybe I should put it higher. But I need to figure out who the producing team is for this film. I've Cry to Heaven under the we'll see category. I'm not sold on it quite yet. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. It just is tough. It's like... Where? Oh, full cast and crew. Let me see the producing team. Okay, it is crazy how big this cast is. This is an insane cast. Oh well, is it Louche Pascal? I think that's like that. I think that's Pedro Pascal's sister. She's in this movie. That's cool. Again, really okay. What is this film? Because the cast is gigantic, and it's also a period film. Do I? I'm considering this. I'm actually really considering Cry to Heaven. Because, oh boy. Like, that's... It's just weird, because, like, Tom Ford has not really made a lot of movies, but, like, they did get Oscar nominations. And, like, actually... Francine Maisler is the casting director. Oh, maybe she could get in for casting again. Let me just look at... Let me look at A Simple Man. Oh, A Single Man. So it does feel like, okay, so let me look at Rotten Tomatoes to see like how big, or like how, how strong his films are. He's only directed 2 movies, it seems. Yeah, he's only directed 2 films. They were both they both got good reviews. Like Single Man has 86% and Nocturnal Animals has 74%. But and they did get Oscar nominations, so let me look and see like how well A Single Man. I know Colin Firth got nominated for lead actor. I don't know about okay, so I guess so yeah. See, that's interesting. Both A Single Man and what was it? And Nocturnal Animals both only got 1 Oscar nomination. That was for like an acting award each. Ooh, I have no idea. I have no idea what to do with this film. Sheep in a Box sounds intriguing. Sheep in a Box. Or I think it's Sheep in the Box. Is an upcoming Japanese science fiction drama film written, edited, and directed by Hirokazu Korida. Isn't Francine Maisler the casting director for Digger, Cry to Heaven, Dune Part 3, The Social Reckoning, and Narnia? Let me look at this, because if that's true, holy shit. Oh, she did the casting director. She was the casting director for Sinners. Oh. Wow, wait. Oh, wow. Okay, so, wow, she did a lot of films. Yeah, she did Sinner. Yeah, she's doing Digger, Social Reckoning, Narnia, and Dune Part 3. Wow. I don't know about... It doesn't say anything about Cry to Heaven. But then again, I don't know. Actually, I could also look on IMDb. I might actually look at IMDb to see what she's doing. Okay, so she's doing Digger, Narnia, Dune Part 3. Okay, so she's not doing Cry to Heaven. She's not doing Cry to Heaven. But it also doesn't say she's doing The Social Reckoning. So I don't really know. I don't know what the complete story is here. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. I think Cry to Heaven is a rumor, but that's still 4 confirmed. But again, IMDb is also not showing The Social Reckoning. That's the problem. Like, IMDb is not showing the Social Reckoning, so I don't know if that is confirmed or not. Who'll be the Marcia Gay Harden of next year? Well, I don't know, because we didn't have a Marcia Gay Harden this year's Oscars, I can tell you that. Like, we didn't have that happen, so, the DP for Cry to Heaven did The Substance and Promising Young Woman. Ooh. The Substance definitely piques my interest, because I thought that was very interestingly shot. Did you see the pictures of Cillian Murphy on set of Damien Chazelle's new prison movie? If I did, I forgot, but I do know that he's in it. Who's the most likely contender for the Nostalgia Darling? Madigan, Moore, Fraser. Well, probably Fraser, because Madigan won, but I don't know if she's like as high profile as like Demi Moore and Fraser. And Demi Moore didn't even and Demi Moore didn't even win the Oscar. So I don't know. I guess maybe Brendan Fraser. Lowell Crowley is the DP of Chazelle's next flick. Ooh, that's cool. I'm really excited for Damien Chazelle's new movie. I really am. Are you still mourning even though the funeral was last week? Yeah. Sadly, good movies don't win Best Picture anymore. Sad. I need Dev Patel to get another Oscar vehicle, man. Yeah, he is good enough. He is very, very good. We'll just have to see, what the future holds in store for him. Uh-oh. My condolences. Thank you so much, Annie Rude. Your support means a lot. Rank the lead actor wins this decade. The lead actor wins. Okay. Anthony Hopkins, Brendan Fraser, Cillian Murphy, Adrian Brody, Michael B. Jordan, Will Smith. Yeah. Honestly, so far, pretty good crop of winners. I mean, so yeah. I think people harp on Brendan Fraser's win too much. Like, he was really damn good in The Whale. Like, he was heartbreaking in that film. I mean, for this year's race, little Malkovich or Buscemi? Wait, wait, what? Malkovich or Buscemi? One hasn't been nominated in decades, and one hasn't been, but is well liked. Oh, okay. For this year, I don't know. I might just assume Malkovich, because he's closer to a lead in Wild Horse 9, and also, I don't know how big Steve Buscemi's part in Wild Horse 9 is going to be, so I don't know. Yeah, his tears definitely came from a really painful place, or just, people are just heartless, man. I mean, it depends on, where you're coming from with his performance. I thought, his emotions were very good. I thought, the way he just, was able to transform himself through the makeup is just astonishing. It's yeah. I have Hopkins, Brody, Murphy, Jordan Smith, and Fraser. Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet? No, I have not. I want to see it, though, but I just don't really have the means to see it right now. Iron Lung should get an Oscar for 2027. I don't know about that. I didn't really care for Iron Lung. And even though, granted, right now I am really much raving the score and the sound editing in the film, I don't know if I'm, right now I'm saying, yeah, give Iron Lung an Oscar for score, but it's also just I'm pretty sure there's a good chance it could even be bumped out of my top 5 by the end of the year, because I don't know. I'm fully expecting The Odyssey to have the best score of the year. Dev Patel is starring and directing an A24 movie I'm excited about called The Peasant, set in 1300s India, sold for $30 million at Cannes last year. Ooh, but also it didn't really make a big splash, so I don't know. Unless it just did not really play to audiences, or not audiences, but if it wasn't publicly shown and it was just shown at auction wise for Cannes, I don't know what its presence at Cannes was, but we'll have to see. I should have donated to Ko-Fi then. Since then, you have to get them the money immediately and have the means to see it tomorrow instead of next month. I mean, yeah. No, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Again, we'll see how everything goes. Maybe I'll try. Actually, let me look and see what next weekend is looking like. Okay, so I could also stream on Sunday and Monday next weekend. We could try to lock in and go okay, I gotta try to do some streams, especially on Sunday, that day, next week, this upcoming weekend. So I might try to stream on Sunday. It was an auction, not made yet. Oh, okay, so it was just an auction for the film. They didn't show it. Okay, that's interesting. I'm so sad the Green Knight got no recognition. It was so good. About that, remember, this is probably not I'm probably not the guy to talk about the Green Knight with, because I did not care for the Green Knight. I would not really give it anything. I would not even really nominate it for any Oscars, because I can't think of anything I would nominate it for. Yeah. Websites are already posting a cam version of Project Hail Mary where the camera is recorded in the movie in the theater. Not the best quality, though. No, I don't do that. Especially not cam footage. No, I don't do that. No. I'm sorry, Sonny Bear. I don't like the Green Knight. I thought it was pretentious and boring. I love the Green Knight. Man, yeah, I know. A lot of people really love the Green Knight. I just don't. I don't love the Green Knight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not pretentious and boring. Just rip my heart out while you're at it, dude. Lol. No, I will call it pretentious and boring. I will. I will. I'll kick the Green Knight in his stupid little green head. Did you watch Durandar? It's one of the biggest movies in India, doing well in the US box office too. I have not seen that, no. The only movies I've seen this year have been Iron Lung, Hoppers, and probably the Mario movie. Wait, are you talking about the first Mario movie or the second Mario movie? Because the second Mario movie has not come out this year. I already know none of them are going to get anything. Wait, there's no way wait, Water Surf, there's no way you saw the second Mario, like the Super Mario Galaxy movie. No way. No, but seriously, I would have at least given it makeup and costume nominations. I could live with a makeup nomination, sure. Like a makeup nomination for the Green Knight. I don't know if I would nominate it for that. Actually, let me look at what I would have nominated for makeup and hairstyling back then. I'll probably see it. I don't get to see movies that often. Yeah, oh yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Let me look at the Hannahcast movie awards. I really wish I put this in like the movie year order instead of the ceremony order, because this just makes things confusing. What did I nominate for makeup and hairstyling? I nominated Coming to America, which the movie sucks, but it has amazing makeup. Tammy Faye, House of Gucci, Dune, and Candyman. Oh yeah, I forgot I nominated Candyman. Candyman had some amazing makeup. There was also some other good competition. Like, again, the Green Knight was a good example. Cruella was a good example. The Suicide Squad had some good makeup. I don't know. The Suicide Squad didn't have, like, as much, like, elaborate, memorable makeup as, like, the first Suicide Squad, even though the second film is obviously a much better film. But still. Also, night, ZJ13 Goat. Good night. Bye, ZJ13 Goat. Actually, I want to look at like what I did nominate that year. I know I really liked West Side Story. Oh, okay, so it's not gonna show me the tally. Shit, damn it. Oh yeah, West Side Story. And you're probably wondering where's where Ariana DeBose is for supporting actress. Well, that's because like she turned out to be a bad person and started bullying Rachel Zegler. And it's like, that's cringe. So I don't know. So I don't know. Do I still nominate Will Smith? I don't. Not because this has nothing to do with the slap. This has nothing to do with the slap because that's more like a stupid thing that he clearly does have regrets over. So I'm willing to forgive him for that. But I don't know, like, the performance itself was also just like, he didn't really transcend being Will Smith, and it wasn't really the kind of role that also strengthened, like, what we know of Will Smith, Like, even something like I've seen Will Smith better in other movies that did play better to his strengths. Yeah, and he was punished for the slap, so I don't really feel like I need to do anything else. And again, like doing a bad thing doesn't automatically make you a bad person. It just obviously he should have been punished for it, and he did get punished for it. Whereas again, Ariana DeBose, it's like there was no reason for her to get involved in like the internet bashing of Rachel Zegler. Like there was like no reason to get involved in that whatsoever, but she just decided to do that anyway. And I don't know, that just kind of makes me think that she's just not a very good person. Is this your Hannahcast Awards or early predictions for 2022? No, this is my Hannahcast Awards. This is what I would have done. So yeah. I feel like The Last Duel was very underrated, to be honest. The Last Duel I thought was fantastic. And Jodie Comer, I really feel like should have gotten a lead actress nomination. Like, she was amazing in this film. Oh my god. Oh, I had to remember that Will Smith even won once Michael B. Jordan won. Yeah, Will Smith winning for King Richard just kind of like, I mean, it's not even really just like the slap that kind of like overshadowed everything. It's also just like, oh yeah, Will Smith won an Oscar for King Richard. Which again, hold on. He was very good in the film, but again, he doesn't really transcend being Will Smith in that film. And the movie it's like, I know it's weird to bring up Aladdin in this, but hear me out. Aladdin, like, that was a film that really did play to Will Smith's best strengths as an actor, you know, as an entertainer. Like, it had him kind of doing everything he's good at, even though, like, you're aware that it's Will Smith. Here, it's like they're trying to make you think he's someone who's not Will Smith, but he's still Will Smith. The Tragedy Macbeth should have done better in my opinion. Genuinely love the production and Denzel's performance. Oh yeah, Denzel Washington probably would have been my pick to win. Either him or Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom. Andrew Garfield was spectacular in that film. Oh my god. Hey, I get like spectacular Spider-Man, huh? I didn't like the Tragedy Macbeth. I thought it was like way too weird and surrealist. And it's just, and not only that, but it's also just like I couldn't understand a word anyone was saying because I feel like it stuck too closely to the dialogue of the original film. No, of the original play. Which I know is kind of weird because I know like a lot of like, you know, Shakespeare purists are gonna be at my throat for that, but it's also just like, I just don't think it really translated to a 2021 film that well. So yeah, I don't know. And down for Mass. Obviously, Mass should have been a bigger deal than it was. That's a shame that it wasn't. Oh yeah, most overrated film, Licorice Pizza. I'm sorry, I just don't like I just don't like Paul Thomas Anderson's comedies. His dramas I do get into, but his comedies I just don't like. Let's see. Cinematography, West Side Story, production design. Ooh, do I give West Side Story production design or the Tragedy Macbeth? Maybe I'll go Tragedy Macbeth right now, but who knows. But yeah, And I just realized we are about 4 minutes away from the end of stream. Oh, this is another one, like Cruella for best costume design. I did not really care for Cruella. I thought it was a complete betrayal of the character of Cruella de Vil, and just nothing about this movie really like it kind of just like shits the bed on who she is as a character. But I will say, Emma Stone is perfect casting as Cruella de Vil, and the costume design is phenomenal. It might have the best costume design of the decade so far. Like, I cannot believe how creative and just wild these costumes were. Like, they were amazing. And there was like so much personality in the costumes too. I just wish, they actually had Cruella de Vil not like animals. Like, that should be a really easy thing to do, right? Like, just have her just not like dogs and have her kill dogs. Or, like, I don't know, hint at it or something. Why? How come she likes dogs in this version? It doesn't make any sense. I'm back. Why are we talking about Cruella? I don't know. We were just kind of... The conversation just kind of led into, like, the Hannahcast Movie Awards past, which you can see what I would have done on Award Expert. we're about to wind down. We're about a couple minutes away from ending the stream. But, yeah. I need Cruella 2. I don't know. After seeing Cruella 1, I don't think I need a Cruella 2. It's like, they're not going to make her a bad... I guess that's the main issue I have with Cruella. They just did not want to make her a villain. And I feel like she should have been a villain, you know? She should have been a villain. I agree. They could have gave her a monologue on why she hates dogs. Not even just a monologue. Just show her, like, you know where they could have ended the film? They could have ended it where, like, she's doing that whole show, like, or like that, like, in front of, like the Baron's mansion or whatever, and the Baron's, like, played by Emma Thompson, goes, "She killed my dogs and made a coat out of them," or something like she says that in the movie. And if the movie just kind of held on that, and like that was the ending of the movie, holy shit, that would have been amazing. That would have been like, my God, man, like that was a damn good movie. But then the ending just kind of ruins it all. It's like, come on. Amy Madigan, pie in the face, Christian. I will. We just had to get other things. I will try to do that. I'm just tired of live actions. I don't know what Disney needs to do at this point. Like, live action Moana, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I've been fine with these Disney remakes. It's like, whatever. But I feel like now they're just like, I don't know, like, especially with ones like Snow White and Pinocchio, it's like, come on, guys. Like, at least you could say that with The Lion King. I will still defend The Lion King. It was, to an extent, ambitious. Like, they were doing, trying to do The Lion King in a photoreal way. Like, technologically, that's really impressive. And I can see why they would want to do it that way. Like, I get that. I get why. Like, but it's also just like, with some of these other films, it's just like, they're making just dumb changes, or just not, and weirdly enough, they've just started to look cheaper. Like, what was it? Like, what was it? Like, Snow White cost well over $200 million, and it doesn't even look like it cost $80 million. Like, I don't know where that budget went to. Why can't you take your failures and reimagine them? Here's the thing. On paper, that does sound cool, but I also get why they're not doing that. Because it's like, well, it didn't work the first time. Why would people go to watch something again? No, why would they go watch something that they know that already didn't work? Again, I get that. I think the thing is, if they were just consistently, if the Disney remakes had been consistently well received, maybe they could have gotten to a point where they could, remake some of their failures. Like, hey, let's take a crack at this now, knowing that the audience really likes what we're doing. But they haven't really been doing that. They've been consistently making films that are either divisive or, in recent years, just outright hated. So, Like, here's the thing. You know what I would do for a live-action Disney remake? Even though it technically not really be live-action, it would still be animated. Disney's Dinosaur. Alright? And picture this. Like, it would be like photoreal, CGI animated film. Like, it would look like it's real. But the dinosaurs would look like you'd update the designs to make them look scientifically accurate. And also, the dinosaurs would not talk. The dinosaurs wouldn't talk. Like maybe change a couple of story beats here and there to fit it into a dialogue-less film. But I feel like remaking Dinosaur in a way where, like, there's no dialogue, I think that would be kind of cool. I think that would be cool if they did it like that. Or even the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, if you want to do Hunchback of Notre Dame, do a remake based on the, try doing a remake of the Hunchback of Notre Dame based on the stage show. I have not seen the stage show. I've listened to a few of the songs, and it's really interesting. Like, it goes a lot darker than the movie did, and it's actually closer to the book than even the movie was. And it makes some changes that were also just like, oh my God, they actually did that. And imagine this. There was one rendition of the stage show that I thought was like, ooh, that would be sick if the movie did this. in one of the renditions of the stage show, they had a deaf actor play Quasimodo. And he was signing on stage. Now you're probably wondering, well, how is he going to sing because he's deaf and he can't really speak? One of the gargoyles sings for him as he's signing. So, and apparently in the stage show, it's actually made very clear that the gargoyles are not like in the real world. Like in the original film, they kind of hint they were, all in his head, but they ultimately do interact with the real world. Like they're participating in the battle at the end. But in the stage show, apparently they are all in his head. Like it's none of it. He's imagining them. So imagine that. Like if you already established that these characters, like these gargoyles, are all in his head, and one of them is sort of speaking and singing for him through his thoughts. You're now kind of seeing how he envisions the world and how he views how his own voice would sound or something like that. And he's still signing and all that stuff, and he's doing all the emoting, and you don't even have to always establish like, hey, the gargoyle's always there or whatever. Like, no, you establish early on that yes, this is what's happening. But now that once you establish it, you don't have to keep cutting back to the gargoyle. You just know, okay, whenever you're hearing the singing, it's not literally, Quasimodo that's, singing. It is the gargoyle that's in, that's like in his mind. And that hold on. Let me just, Leo Tennyson. Oh, wow. Okay. You're renewing your membership. Oh, thank you, Leo Tennyson. Thanks, Leo Tennyson. Thanks. But yeah, 5 months as a member. Ooh. Let me, I want to show you guys this. I want, I'm not going to show it on stream, but I'm going to send the link. Let me see. If you guys can, go watch the link that I sent in chat, and it shows you like this clip, that clip of the deaf actor and go on to the the video. Watch that once this stream is done, and you'll see why I feel like casting a deaf actor as Quasimodo would actually be really cool in a Hunchback of Notre Dame film. And also, it's technically closer to the book, because apparently in the book, Quasimodo was deaf because the ringing of the bells ruined his hearing. So it's just like, there's just so many possibilities of what you could do with a live-action Hunchback movie. It's just, again, I feel like Disney really needed to kind of lock in for something like that. Like, if you really locked in on the Hunchback of Notre Dame and did something like this, then, like, genuinely you'd have an Oscar contender on your hands. Like, you could get a film that's, like, nominated for Best Picture. But they would have to commit to this. They would have to commit to it. It doesn't need a $200 million budget. Like, I've seen movies that look amazing that don't have budgets as ridiculous as Snow White. Like, Snow White does not look like it cost $200 million. Like, come on. But again, just lock in. Hell, maybe even have 20th Century Studios take that over or something. If you don't want, the Disney brand to be harmed by this or whatever. Like, all right, let 20th Century Fox do it. Or let Searchlight do it or something. Like, I mean, granted, this would have to be a pretty big budget for, even Searchlight. But still, I feel like this could work. But yeah, I might be getting ready to head off. Frollo for Best Supporting Actor. Frollo, like, that's another change that they made in the movie for The Hunchback of Notre Dame. In the Hunchback movie, what was it? Like, the animated film, Judge Frollo was he was a judge, but he was very religious. In the book and in the stage show, he actually is an archdeacon or archdeacon? I think archdeacon. Like, he actually is a priest. And so, like, that, like, it actually directly does criticize how people can corrupt faith into something that is used for harm. Which, again, is something that Disney might be a little bit worried about doing. But, again, who knows? Maybe this new CEO for Disney, is willing to, take some risks. Like, go ahead, take the risks. But, yeah. And Leo Tennyson says, The Odyssey, picture, director, supporting actress, adapted screenplay, casting, cinematography, editing, production design, costume design, score. That's possible. Also, sound. You have to consider that for sound as well. I think sound is definitely going to be a nomination for The Odyssey. The only one I don't know about is, obviously, whatever acting awards, because I have no idea who's going to be, the biggest players in the film in terms of performances. But also, I just don't think visual effects is going to happen, because Christopher Nolan seems to be so practical in his effects to a fault. So, I don't know. But regardless, anyone have any final thoughts before we head out? I'll try to do another stream. Maybe what I could try to do. Ooh. I don't think Odyssey or Dune Part 3 will be acting contenders. That is a possibility. Yeah, maybe. I need to figure out when I need to do a membership stream. I need to do a membership stream. And also I need to talk about some trailers. Maybe I'll try to talk about some trailers tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do that. We'll have to see. But, yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, thank you guys for the super chats and whatnot. Again, I'm going to try to put out a video this week. Where I talk about or rank every film nominated for, nominated for Best Picture in the 2020s decade. I need to lock in and actually do that. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure you hit the subscribe button, because if you don't, Disney's going to remake you.